Welcome back to Voyages of Totika, Season 1, Episode 7.
7. Holy moly.
We're getting there.
We're becoming seasoned pros.
Trying to be. So what are we looking at today?
Today is a very special boat.
It's my favorite boat.
Yeah. So this is a boat that I've been following for quite some time. At least December, maybe November of last year, I've been looking at it. So we're at seven months maybe of following this boat. And it's a remarkable boat. It needs a little bit of love. It needs a little bit of updating. But it would be an incredible platform to support our mission and the family as we sail around the world. So this boat is a 1999 custom-built 65-foot catamaran designed by Alex Simonis. 65 feet long, 31 feet wide. She has a 5-foot draft and a 100-foot bridge clearance.
It's a big boat.
It's a big boat. It's a big boat. And it should sail really well as well. So, not to mention, we'll have more room inside the hulls because of the length to beam ratio. You can get into some of those fatter hulls without sacrificing speed because of your waterline length. So it's just an impressive boat all around. Everything on it is just massive.
Yes.
And it would be so much fun and so amazing to sail this boat in support of our mission.
Yeah, and she's light. She's
a light boat. Her construction is Kevlar, from the waterline down, solid Kevlar, essentially bulletproof, and from the waterline up, it's all carbon fiber with a foam core.
So we could take this boat for anywhere from the Caribbean to the Northwest Passage.
Well, yeah. Without further ado, let's go get on board this boat and take a look around and
hope you like it. Yeah, I know I do.
Check it out. What was your first impression when you walked up to this boat?
It's a big boat.
It's a big
Holy
boat.
Holy cow. That is a lot of boat. I was a little intimidated at first.
Good visibility. I see both bows well.
This boat is designed in South Africa. It was designed by Alex Simonis, who's designed many South African catamarans for Voyage, Leopard, many other custom builds as well. This is a custom yacht. It's not like a production boat at all. It's built incredibly strong. It's made of foam, carbon fiber, and Kevlar beneath the waterline. So yeah.
Is it cored below the waterline?
No, solid Kevlar beneath the waterline. It's extremely well constructed, and it's just, for my money, this is kind of the best value. You're just gonna notice that certain things are just built a little better than your average production boat. You have 2 helms. Mm-hmm. 2 helms are typically better than 1. Yes. They're mounted on these bulkheads, so. Right. Right here. Mm-hmm. That's just miscellaneous storage space. So another interesting thing to note about this boat in particular is that the engines are located under the beds, but you can't access them from the interior. They're sealed off.
That's good.
So you can only access them by the mechanical spaces, and the mechanical spaces on this boat are huge. I mean, they're about as tall as I am.
Have you ever had any complaints when the engines are under the beds about the heat transfer to the mattress and all that stuff?
Well, what I would do is I would go into the mechanical space yourself and inspect the insulation.
Right.
Because it is good quality stuff.
Okay.
It is thick and it is really reflective.
Okay.
There's some really good quality insulation. Oh well.
Is this screwed down to the deck? Or is it movable?
The teak?
Yeah.
Judging from the inlay.
Oh, I meant the table. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, no. It's movable.
Okay.
And there isn't. This is. No.
Oh, okay.
It's not screwed into the bed at all.
There's a leaf. That's nice.
Some of the
There's
Galley
something bad
appliances
so
are.
far about this boat.
Galley
What?
appliances
Galley
are probably
down.
gonna need
That's
to be
a board.
upgraded. And that's just.
Oh, it's
part of the
hydraulic.
hatch. That's just indoors. That's just me.
Where are the fuel tanks located?
Down and. You probably noticed the smell.
I did, that's why I asked.
I know, we've been fighting with the guys who are supposed to be polishing the fuel tanks. Supposed to polish the fuel and I'll show you what went wrong. But it was in here. We noticed this at the last showing.
Okay.
Actually, that flashlight would. They might have gotten it.
So
You have a turn on your phone flashlight?
Yeah.
It's not good, you don't need to show it. You'll see it when it comes to boats, anyway.
This is cabin 5, huh?
Yeah, that's the 5th cabin.
nice. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what I was expecting.
Exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah, sorry about the smell.
Oh, it's not to be worried.
It's a boat.
You should have told me when I came home.
You own a
from work.
Sparkman and Stevens. Most of Sparkman Stevens boats are custom, or they only build like 7 to 8 of them.
This was,
This is a true one-off.
yeah, no, my Sportsman Stevens is Chris Kraft.
Oh.
Chris Craft
Yeah,
built.
Chris Kraft built some back in the 60s. Plenty of room.
Oh my. Need a little greasing, but they're fine.
Oh, that's fine.
It's perfect Lucas room.
Yeah, not much room there, but that's okay. It's a little better. Is that all he gets for a hanging locker?
What's down behind your feet? Oh, the light. Hold on, let me grab my flashlight.
Water?
Hey,
What, in the bilge?
No, I mean in the village. There's.
Looking in my room.
I'm just thinking the tankage there.
Oh,
Do you like my
There's the fuel
room?
tanks, plastic tank back here. And there's this.
Why is my room
there's
so
a
messy?
vent system.
I broke it taking it off one time.
Yeah, cosmetic.
Oh yeah. This is hinged under, not missing wood. Not very showing. So there's been water. That could just be this porthole was open and caused it. What's in here?
Electrical. Some sort for the lights, maybe. This would be ours.
No.
Oh, guest.
Kids. This would be Emma, most likely.
Mirrored from the center one.
Okay, switch on up.
Yep.
This would probably be Emma. It's gonna need forward on this side. Here, fire hat.
Yeah, let's just say not everything here may be up to ABYC standards. You can see
You wanna
Post
open up
electrical
those for me?
system is really very intricate beast.
No.
It's dual 110, 220,
Okay.
Those
And it
are
has
where our
12
batteries are.
and 24
Right.
volt.
Oh my.
What?
Oh my.
What?
Oh my. Okay, oh my. Okay.
That's
you get
easy.
Do you see a year on them? Okay. Going down. Going down. It's nice that it's hinged. You're not fighting it.
Mhm.
Does that go back on there?
Yeah, did you want to look at the others?
Oh, I'm sure they all look about the same, but you can.
Slide it down.
It doesn't fit.
Slowly, slowly.
Yeah. At least it's easy access.
Yes.
What's the downside of Royal Cape? The depreciation on them is if you buy new. Right. If you buy used, that's a different story. You know, it sucks because they're well built boats, but they're just kind of weird, and the market for them is small, and as a result, they take a big
Smoker?
hit on depreciation. So if you have to buy one, buy used.
Right. No, absolutely.
Um,
I don't plan on buying anything. I'm not a big kind of I don't buy
And
my cars. I'll buy a year-old car.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy a new car.
I'm more the guy who buys like a 10-year-old car.
Right. Well,
Anyway,
I worked in the oil industry for 12 years.
wow.
I was a wafer a lot, so I was always keeping parts of warranties at home. So if something went wrong while I was away, handle it without.
I do know of
Lucas.
2 Royal Cape 5 captains.
Okay.
One is in charter and the other is off market. The one which is off market is in the I mean, how far are you willing to go? It's that range.
The only thing that didn't work in here was something in floor freezer, he said. Maybe you can open that hatch.
Needs a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Then,
Oh.
no, I have not.
You were in mine. Well, we already.
Oh, I have been down there, yes.
We've already.
It has an escape hatch. It's
Nice.
a different location than I've ever seen in the middle of the main salon, but makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if you turtle or capsize this boat, which is highly unlikely because it's a beast of a boat, that's going to be a good location.
This boat is broken up into basically 4 quadrants in each hull. So there's a port and starboard bow and a port and starboard aft. And to have an escape hatch anywhere in one hull, you wouldn't be able to access it from one compartment or the other depending on where it was at. So you would need to have 4 escape hatches or 1 escape hatch like they've done here in a central location. I'm much happier with an escape hatch up on the bridge deck. It gets it as far away from the water as possible, still giving you access to get out of the boat if it were to be upside down. I approve. I approve. Far less likely to leak or cause any problems.
Yes.
Fine room.
I have not been down forward.
Okay, well, that is a really nice room. Yeah, I'm worried up there. And then Zoe's is the other one. We assigned rooms when we watched the YouTube video. It turns out we all really like our rooms.
Except for me.
Why?
There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we kind of love it.
Please move.
See? I want this room.
I want it.
Even though it's the same as Zoe's. What are these things? My room doesn't make me dizzy, but this one does.
Me and Emma get to share. Me and Emma get to share.
I guess that's why.
This would be whose room?
Zoe even said that she liked my room better. I don't think she's ever said that to me before. What was that? That's a little desk. But to do school, she'd need to sit right there.
You'd be doing school up there. Have you climbed up?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's nice. I mean, it's shorter than my room.
Holy winch. Oh. That's nice.
I know. That's why I'm
And there's a railing.
That's why I said I like a sugar scoop.
It's so windy.
It's gonna blow me over.
So unlike other boats, this dinghy doesn't get launched or recovered by davits. It gets launched and recovered by that crane. It's a 24-volt crane, and it's my understanding that the batteries will handle that all day long, so there's no need to start any generators or anything for launching your dinghy. And sitting in cradles on deck and strapped down is a very secure way to carry your dinghy as well.
That would be a great place to hide and hide and go see.
Oh.
on this line under the fender. And military line right now, keeping us from going anywhere. We'll take it off to this actual.
Well, the mechanical space?
Yeah, is it there?
Yeah.
Open or?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a ladder might be a welcome addition. That was what I said about the insulation. This is really, really good quality stuff.
It is. I'm gonna have to climb down there, I think. Hopefully.
You want me to climb down there?
You're welcome to. I mean, I can't see the engine. I can just see the shaft. This is just a strut, I guess. That there's, yeah, it's the engine bunk and then coming back. Rotors are back there. I got it. What's the power output on these gens? Do you know how much?
They're 12. I think one is 12 and one is 9. And the horsepower is 115 on the edges.
115.
Actually, yeah.
I could live down there. That's good access.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1, 2. So fill 2 tanks at a time.
Yep.
And that Brownie's compressor is new in there.
Yeah.
Let's go on a movie on the way home.
Yeah. That hatch. Whoa. I got dizzy. 100-foot mass clearance. God.
This boat needs a new sail cover. Getting down there to zip it, the soft top can be hard. So we can fix that with a board that straddles the
It's-
support for this.
Got a catwalk.
Does it have a catwalk?
Yeah. Did you see that?
Oh, I saw the lighting. I didn't see the catwalk there.
It's a solid piece right down the middle.
Okay. That might be good enough to walk on it, but it seems not far over.
Not far.
This is massive. So they just kind of put together here. Top, there's like pelican to the top here. It flops down. And then tie this to it. I don't know how that works, but it keeps it from.
Say that again. I love this boat.
It's time for
the pros and cons. So hull materials, Kevlar from the waterline down, carbon fiber with a foam core from the waterline up, carbon fiber mast, carbon fiber boom, carbon fiber decks. I mean, the thing is bulletproof.
lightweight.
And light, yes, it is. Impressive. I've never thought I'd be considering a boat that was built out of those materials.
Yeah. The decks, speaking of, are flush. Flush decks, wide. That goes on the pros.
Pros, flush
No
decks.
ankle breakers.
No ankle breakers.
Yep.
Good job.
Machinery spaces.
Yep. Thumbs up. There's plenty of room. There's 6 foot of headroom down inside those engine rooms. There is access to the engines. There's access for storage. There's access to the generators, the water makers, the dive compressor, the rudders, hydraulic systems, a workbench. What more could a guy want in an engine room?
Right. Except for newer engines.
Which this boat has. Holy cow. Yeah, 2015. 2015, these engines were put in for a 1999 boat. We're not dealing with some stuff from 1999. We got some 2015 engines in there, and that's a big deal.
It is a huge deal.
Big deal.
It's like we said in earlier videos, we want a boat that we can focus on the mission and not on fixing issues. I mean, every boat's going to have their issue, but
Always.
you have newer engines and
Newer generators. I
this
can't remember what
big
years.
deal.
Yvonne will put it up on the screen.
Yes.
But I think they're 2018 was one of them, and maybe 2015 was the other one, but Yvonne will get that sorted out if I got it wrong. This boat also has 2 water makers, 24 volt water maker and a 220 volt water maker. The 220 volt water maker makes 75 gallons per hour. I'm not sure what the 24 volt water maker's gallon per hours are, but 2 water makers, redundant systems, fantastic for off-grid living, traveling to remote places. And having a 24 volt system, you're not having to run your generator all the time. Obviously, you have to recharge batteries and stuff, but that's where solar and other things come in to help take care of your water making stuff. So,
Speaking of solar, there were no solar panels, but that can be fixed.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a con.
with the solar panels, eventually would like to see a hard top and all that other stuff if we were to get a boat with a soft top, so we would have a place to put the solar panels, and this boat falls into that category.
Right.
It's just a matter of getting it all sorted out.
Right. So this boat comes with 10 brand new dive tanks, along with a brand new dive compressor, which is amazing.
It is.
That's something that me and Eric are certified divers. We will be getting the kids certified this summer. Lucas is 10, so he's of age to do it.
A junior certification.
Yes, junior certification, and they're super excited, and this is exactly what we want to do. We want to be able to go out exploring on the reefs and, researching, and just, it's amazing.
And without having to go to a dive shop to fill a tank.
Right.
Yeah, big deal.
Plus, it has a great platform on the back of the boat where the dinghy sat for a dive platform.
Yep.
Right there where the hatch opens, and I'll put a description here, or a picture here, of the hatch that open with the dive tanks right on the back deck.
Yep.
You move the brand new Highfield dinghy, or Pro, and you have a great dive platform. Speaking of dinghy.
Oh, the tender? Man, it's a nice boat.
Yeah.
It's a Highfield, aluminum hull, rigid inflatable boat, 70 horsepower Yamaha on the back of it. I think it's all 2019 or 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a
a
lot of
dream.
fun.
It's a dream dinghy for a family with a mission.
Yes. It would fit all of us, including our 2 dogs. All of us and dive gear, minus the dogs.
Yeah, we haven't got them certified yet.
It's a great tender.
Yep.
Let's talk about the layout.
There's good and bad. Good is 5 cabins, guest cabins, 5 heads. and the crew quarters with its own head, and it's a wet head, but it's a great space for extra people that need rides or whatever the case may be. It could be a lot of fun. It could work out really well.
Yeah, 5 cabins all have ensuite dry heads, which is a pro and a con. Again, we'd have to fix all those heads if they broke. When they broke, and it's a pro because everybody has their own space to do what they need to do. Of course, we'll be showering on the stern a lot. It's just a nice feature to have, dry heads.
It is. One of the cons to the layout is the galley down. We really do want a galley up design. But on the flip side of the galley down, it's the destination galley, not a pass-through galley.
Right.
But the person in the galley is completely separated from the family and everything that's going on everywhere else on the boat. So
right.
It's as much as we love the boat, the galley down is definitely a con.
Pro to the galley, it has a in-floor deep freezer, which isn't working at the moment, but we would get that operable. And it's got a full fridge and freezer in the galley.
And a chest freezer.
And a chest freezer. Yes. So that's good for long passages, what we plan on doing and off-grid living. That's great. And the bar upstairs would contain all of the drink access. It's got an ice maker, 2 refrigerators, a wine cooler, and it'd be the perfect spot for just drink access. No one would have to go down to the galley for anything drink-wise.
Right, yeah. Cuts down on a lot of drink-related traffic and storage.
Yes.
In the galley.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw in the video there were 2 benches, one to port that ran fore and aft, one to forward that ran port to starboard. And that was it for the seating. It's okay, not the end of the world.
They were slightly slanted back, but they weren't terribly comfortable. Couldn't be easily changed. He is a master woodworker. I am a crafter.
Yeah,
it's doable.
We drew up some plans for the space that would add a table into the main salon. Maybe a little bench that would have extra storage on the inboard side of the table towards the bar area. And then the bench that just ran fore and aft on the port side would have a wraparound seating, and that the table would also be able to drop down to make like a day bed for movie nights and stuff like that when they wanted to have it. So that space is a good usable space, but the current configuration is a bit awkward.
Right.
There's lots of room to do stuff there.
Lots of room for improvement. Moving outside, the cockpit was really safe feeling, really nice.
It was safe feeling.
Comfortable.
Yep. There would be, I would be comfortable in that cockpit in heavy seas.
Yes.
It didn't feel like other boats where the cockpit flows really easily to the sugar scoop areas. You would worry about things being washed off the back of the boat, people getting knocked down, or if a big wave happens, being washed back towards that stuff. That is not an issue with this boat. That's not a concern for me. So there's 2 entrances to the cockpit, and there's also dual helms, which is a really nice feature.
It is.
And
they were comfortable.
Yep, having access to either side of the boat when you're docking and maneuvering is a really big deal. If you're backing into a slip, it's not too bad. But if you're pulling up to a bulkhead or doing something, you don't want to be on one side of the boat when you dock on the other side of the boat. You're going to be 25 feet away from where the dock is, and it really starts to get hard to judge some distances and stuff like that, or what's going on, or is this line going the right way, or whatever it is. You got blind spots.
Yeah.
So having access to either side of the boat for docking or for sailing is a really nice feature to have.
Yes, it is. And it had great visibility.
Great visibility
all
the way around.
Okay, heading back to the stern are the massive sugar scoops. I love these sugar scoops. I don't know why I have a fetish with sugar scoops, but these were my favorite.
Yeah, I can tell that these were her favorite.
They have a railing all the way down. One of them has a shower in the hull. Both have the boarding ladder to get on and off. They were wide, they were long, and they were safe.
Yeah. Yep. They did a good job on this boat. It's great access to floating docks, dinghies, getting in and out of the water. Getting the dogs back on board the boat won't be an issue down there. We'll be able to get a hold of them and get them back up on the boat.
Yep. The rigging on the boat was massive. All the winches, the winches were massive. The cars were massive. The stanchions and stays, or not the stanchions, the stays and the shrouds were massive. Some of the lines do need to be replaced.
Yeah, and that's normal wear and tear.
Right.
That isn't anything that's of major concern.
I was just impressed about how beefy this boat was.
Yeah, it didn't feel chintzy like some of the others have felt.
No.
It
was well built.
It felt like a solid boat.
Yep. It is a well built boat. The trampolines. I like this setup. It's got 2 trampolines with a catwalk down the center. The catwalk, on the aft part of the catwalk, was a door where you could access the anchors and the bridle. Just aft of that were 3 hatches we didn't get to look in that were, he said, were storage. And then after that is the chain locker with 2 windlasses. Have 2 anchors, one storm anchor and one regular day-to-day anchor.
The 2 anchors is definitely a pro. It's nice to have your day anchor and your storm anchor, and have them separate chain lock. One access to both windlasses, but the chains go into separate lockers inside that space. Good access to the windlasses, good access to the chain. It's just a great spot to store all that stuff. It comes out of the bridge deck. It's not running chain all the way across the trampolines up to the crossmember on the bow. It's a much stronger place for the anchors to be pulling from, and of course your bridle's pulling from the bow anyway. But it's just well designed, well thought out, very strong.
Yes.
This boat has a foldable bowsprit. Some are retractable, some are foldable, and some are fixed. The nice thing about foldable or retractable bowsprits is that you can get them out of the way for marinas, so you're not being charged for that length, because marinas charge by the foot of the boat overall's length. At anchor, you're also getting the rigging that goes from the bowsprit down to the bows of each hull out of the way. So when you're putting your anchor down and hooking up bridles and stuff like that, you're not chafing your bridle on your rigging or anything like that. So those are 2 good things about the foldable stuff. Downfall is that it's a little bit more of a pain in the butt to set up, but it's not outrageous. To set it up, you would put a halyard or a stay on it, lower it down, hook up the pieces down below. This one uses Dyneema line instead of like wire rope for the downhauls to the bow, which is really a nice lightweight feature to have. I do have questions for anybody that might have answers, like I've done in the other ones. If you have experience with the other boats we've done, we're going to link all the other videos for the boats down below in the description anyway. But things I haven't got experience with on this particular boat is carbon fiber construction and Kevlar construction. I've got experience on fiberglass, aluminum, and steel, and wood. Lots of wood experience, but no carbon fiber or Kevlar. I understand that both are more difficult to repair than fiberglass. So if you have any experiences or thoughts on carbon fiber or Kevlar construction and catamarans or boats in general, let us know in the comments what your experience has been with them. Have you been in rough seas? Have you hit anything unfortunately with them? Have they fared well when come into contact with other boats or anything like that? Let us know. My knowledge from research is that they are both stronger than fiberglass. I understand Kevlar will flex to an extent, which is part of the bulletproof capabilities of what it is rather than just cracking. So, yeah, definitely let us know what your thoughts are on carbon fiber and Kevlar.
I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of the 65-foot custom catamaran. It was definitely interesting and probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get other boats that compare to this one,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Not that it would be impossible, though. I'm still searching.
He's always searching.
It's kind of a sickness.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. See you next time. TTFN.
If you like what you see, go ahead and smash the subscribe button.
No, don't smash it. Click it.
And tap the notification bell so you get notified when we post our videos.
Oh yeah!